10 Things a Farmer Must Know. A Farmer's Guide to Success. Introduction. This was written purposely to all our beloved farmers that until now still struggling so hard to find ways in order to get a higher income than the one they have right now. It may be able for them to grasp another way of solving problems on farming, in their family and both. Another aspect of this essay is for you to be able to oversee what they have now compared to what they can do and what they want to be. This also includes farmers' attitude and discipline for them to obtain the certain ideas and probable solutions that they created. It inspires readers by reading and getting points from their idols, successful farmers' life stories and becoming wealthy, who mold and change them into a better person. The main reason in making this book was to open up farmers' ideas and creativity by adding value to its product. It is also an awareness of what's going on when it pertains to competition strategy, and by using advanced technology such as AI chat to improve their knowledge and skills, and to acquire as many skills using this technology. At the end of your reading, you will be able to see and sense what the first world countries did for us to remain in this situation right now. That's why they remain as steady as they have now. You may now understand how this country manipulated and influenced us to what they wanted to be. One stubborn personality. Until now, our farmers are still using old methods of growing crops. Though there's no harm in that, they are already fed on all the information on how to improve once they crop, but still fail to do so. It is because they take much more weight on traditional styles of farming. Being naive can be exceptional. You just need to improve and adapt to advanced training for them to upgrade. But to those being stubborn, their personality has no room for improvement. They keep on yelling on why they are losing from time to time. Even they yell at the government regarding their problem. If we think about the situation, it is really that the government also has its fault. For what reason, I will not mention it here. And here's the thing. Well, instead of yelling why, asking yourself for a solution. Can you also assess if the crop you're producing right now was still viable? Or do I plant this crop or do I change it? Or what other farmers do to survive in this situation. So you only have to see available options if you set your thinking of yours in a fine tune, being an open-minded person with balance and positive thinking. Then, how to do that? Media platforms are overwhelming. In reciprocity, farmers must also think of something what if. Just like, what if after the drought is flood? Why? Because most of our forest had already been cut, or some of our mountains were being made roads and subdivisions. Ask yourself what relevance to that. If your area near downtown just expects surging flood may come, even if it's minimal amount of rainfall, that was really happening right now. Being a farmer was good enough, but being smart and prepared was much better. Don't fall for them. Most farmers followed what others were doing. In social media, there are many celebrities, idols, or fans. They are influencers. Most common farmers trap on what they see. Sometimes following the wrong path, that seems to be great, but it's just good, meaning there were much better and best options. Why stick on just good? Why focus on a 20% income when there's a much better way to earn more? Or why follow others' way when you think you are better than them? Is all about courage when you see it coming then. Either educate them or avoid them so that you will never be like them. But if you don't have a broad analysis of what's going on, you will never know when, where, when, who, and how to avoid it. So reading more and more books and watching relevant issues and topics are really needed to enhance your judgment capacity or how to react in this changing world. 2. Adapt changes. If you think your farm or business, well, you have to think if there's a need for improvement or try another crop that may give you a lot of money and opportunity. The most common teachings to farmer is that we need to separate our household expenses over our farm expenditures to see if farm alone really has an income. But that teaching style is just basic, and most companies teach that. In my opinion, incorporating our household expenses was the best choice. Farmers don't know where the problems are, but rather their income wasn't enough for their expenditures, because home expenses are always included. Say, for example, you've seen that your crops or product right now only earned about only 25% of your previous income. The question was, has it alleviated the pain that farmers were facing right now? The answer was, no. Clearly, it's a losing game. So to address this pain, farmers must answer some questions to themselves. A self-assessment. Take, for example, was my crop profitable enough to sustain the needs of my family? If the answer was yes, then good. Next question was, is there room for improvement so that I can increase the crop's yield and its quality? Or what strategies and techniques must I do to increase the price of my products? See, there were many questions that farmers could formulate in order to get the said solutions. What this video tells us is not to limit ourselves to any positive possibilities for us to succeed. Most of the time we are blinded by our fear, by our greed, by keeping our traditions safe. In fact, we are leaving behind not embracing new technologies and teachings mostly because of our lack of knowledge about new techniques and strategies in farming. Farmer as a teacher. Many of our farmers nowadays are keeping a low profile and too humble of themselves, but in reality, they are good teachers in the field of their expertise. Right now, as the era of social media continues to evolve, many non-farmers were doing the said social interview to the farmers' success stories, as if it is okay for them to be interviewed, but note that the one who really benefited was those influencers. So let's think again. This applies to the role of what if. What if I, as a farmer, do my own videos? If we think negatively, I'm not smart, I don't know what to do. But if you think it positively, you may say, yes, it will be great to make our business known and all of our doings can add value to our product. Because people or customers see the pain that farmers had just to produce their crops. And maybe your content will go viral because of your genuine identity and its authenticity, 'cause it's yours. Then you can also teach the people to make them aware of just what I'm doing right now. There is no perfect for that, and there's also room for improvement to all of us. What I emphasized was that doing a content to your agribusiness was only a stepping stone for us to see the future destination of modern agriculture, having the means of an online platform. As long as you take precautions on what you say, there's no problem with that. You can also watch videos of all success stories of farmers that will inspire us to move forward by staying on that agricultural business until now. 4. Farmers' motivation. But before we tackle on the next part, if you like this video, guys, kindly press the like button, and if you want a more inspiring topic based on factual experiences like these, just subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to get you notified.